Okay guys, Mighty McClures here. You say hello everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
Mama's busy.
Sometimes you have to do two things at once, and this is one of those times.
I need this hair out.
I already have my hair out.
Did hers earlier, and this is a special video that we want to make towards YouTube, for YouTube. The message we have is important, and our kids have views on the things we're going to talk about.
Who is the person who made YouTube? Who's the person who's like running YouTube? Like the boss of YouTube? Like who made it?
Well, YouTube is a huge company, and
It was started by
Is it in China? It was started in China?
YouTube is a huge American company. YouTube provides a place for everyone to be an entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur?
An entrepreneur is somebody who starts their own business.
So if somebody works at a store and then they say, I'm going to start doing videos on YouTube, they're an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah, but if people just like walk there, like at our school, our teacher, they just like walk there. She's not an entrepreneur, she's a producer. So
She's a producer, good job.
So we're an entrepreneur because we, like you guys and us, we started it, like we don't have no like boss or nothing. Well, the boss is our parents. But besides our parents, they don't have a boss. You guys don't have a boss.
So let's start off right away and talk about something that recently happened. A mom uploaded a video, and in the video, the girl saw this. Her son, who's probably 7 or 8, was crying in the thumbnail about a dog that was either dying or going to die or very sick. And the boy was really upset, right?
Yeah.
Act like you're crying. Really quick. I am crying.
Now the mom didn't know this part of the video got uploaded.
She accidentally uploaded it,
Right.
But she was trying to make it that like she said and stuff. A thumbnail.
But I don't think she was that concerned about the feelings of her son. That was her son.
I don't know, Mama. I'm actually crying.
So was the boy actually crying?
Yeah. Yes.
And was the dog actually dying or sick?
Yes.
So is that why the boy was upset?
Yes.
Do you think the mom should have uploaded a video when the son was that upset?
No.
How do you think he felt?
If I was him, like I wouldn't like that because especially like when you're crying on camera and they like post it, it's kind of embarrassing.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm actually crying. I know. Look at me. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Like sometimes you just don't want to be seen. I'm sure they feel really sad because his mom's trying to get a good thumbnail while he's crying about the dog.
So he's probably thinking, why are we doing a video about our dog dying when I'm actually really upset, and this is probably not something we should record.
But let them see your mouth. Let them see your mouth.
It's actually kind of bad that people like to see other people cry or get hurt, even though some bad videos that set bad examples for other people and kids get more views. Doesn't mean you should do them just because that gets views. You should do the things that still get views, but it's like appropriate and it's not like because at that time you probably don't want to be seen at certain times. But when you like somebody like records you and then you post it, it doesn't make you feel good.
Stop it.
Don't promote or glorify these types of videos. When there's emotional thumbnails or people crying, a lot of times YouTube will send that out to a lot of people. If a kid is crying or something bad happened, YouTube should say, we're not going to send this out to people because that does not send a good message for families or kids.
Yeah, and you know what? That is also part of the reason that those funny Vine things are not funny. Because it wasn't an intentional, oh, let me pretend I got hurt. Like somebody got hurt.
Dog, are you okay? People will go so far to like do crazy things in the video just because they want views, but in the video, some people have died. Like they fall off a cliff or they fall off a building because they're trying to do something crazy and funny, but they end up, getting really hurt or dying because they're just trying to get views. Is the more emotional, the more crying, the more views those types of videos get, which is not good because people need to stop making those videos.
You know those funny ones are not people getting hurt, just like funny like
people doing funny things.
Yeah.
If they're intentionally being funny, that's something different.
Do you like your new toy?
I think the thing that YouTube should change is like they should just see if the video is not, like a good example, it's not good, or something that's bad or shouldn't be posted.
Well, I think one of the biggest things here, girls, is that when something like that is happening, it takes away from her being a mom and actually talking to and consoling the child and saying it's going to be okay. It takes away from the child being comforted. It just becomes, okay, we need this for the video.
for the video. Closer and closer.
And I think it affects family life, like real family life. That's going to affect your real life, because if you grow up and all your mom and dad are doing is constantly saying, oh, you're crying, let's do this, make sure we get this for the video, eventually you're going to stop expressing your emotions.
Or doing things to make you cry just for a video. There are a lot of families that I have seen, they'll trick the kid so that the kid will cry with whatever the trick is, and that will be the video. But don't you think after a while that affects how kids think, and it affects their self-esteem, and it affects their confidence? I think in our past, when we were first coming up, we were a little bit guilty of that. We have videos of you guys going to the doctor, but we weren't trying to capture the crying moment, but we did do personal moments until your mom and I decided we don't want to do that type of content. YouTube could do a better job with their artificial intelligence, which means they have the ability to look within every video and know what's going on. And they should look closely in there and say, this is not a good message. To an adult, something might be playful that might be hurtful to our kids. What I think is funny as a man might be hurtful to our kids, and I think that's the problem that a lot of families do, is they say, I'm going to do this prank on my 7-year-old kid. That 7-year-old kid is 7. He has a 7-year-old mind. It's going to affect them.
And the bad thing is, some people, they when it's really real, some kids, I'm sure they'll be, I don't want to tell nothing to you, express your feelings to you, because I know you're going to post it on videos.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a really good point, that families that keep doing this, it might be hard to have really good, authentic moments with your kids, because the kids are not going to trust that you're not going to put this on video somewhere. If it's a good message, like recently, Ava was going to get in so much trouble because she turned off the power in my office and shut down my computer and everything, and she was going to get in bad trouble because she shouldn't do that. She knows better. But she wrote me a letter that was so funny that the discipline I was going to put forth, I did not, because her letter was such an attempt for her to get out of trouble. I thought it was so funny. We got to make better choices, right? Yes. If you make bad choices, you're going to get in trouble. That was a close one. But this letter is what saved her from getting into a lot of punishment.
Yeah, if I would have just said, oh, I'm sorry for what I did, that I would still.
You would have gotten in trouble. Yeah.
But this is a question. What was the punishment?
Good question. I hadn't thought of it yet, but it was going to be some big punishment. But good question.
Some of the important things here is knowing that, morally speaking, for us, it just doesn't feel right to do those type of things. YouTube definitely makes you feel well, if you want to get views and make money and continue to be a YouTube presence, then you need to follow suit and do what's getting the 10 million and whatever million views. And we don't get those type of views. We don't jump over that bridge.
This is how I can break it down for you girls. If there are 2 videos, you girls learning how to ride a bike and you girls falling off a bike, which video do you think would get more views? Learning how to ride a bike or falling off the bike?
Learning how to ride the bike.
No, falling off the bike.
Oh, get more views, yeah, falling off the bike.
Do you think that's good?
No.
That's not good. Because isn't it an amazing thing when a child learns to ride a bike? Look at that, there you go. There you go. But falling off the bike, it could have a thumbnail with the kid all scraped up. YouTube should see that video and say, no, we're not going to send that out to a lot of people because that's not a good message. Where's the video of them learning how to ride the bike? There we go. Look at Alexis. Too fast. Alexis, it's too fast. Alexis, I didn't know you were going to be that fast. Do you girls remember the photo shoot prank when we went outside and stood outside near the road?
Yeah.
And we took a picture, 3, 2, 1, then we just ran the other way?
Yeah.
That's funny, right?
3, 2, 1.
Those are fun pranks because nobody got hurt and nobody's emotionally upset.
Nobody pretended to faint.
Nobody pretended to faint.
Yeah, boy, help me.
Here's another way I think YouTube could be better is stop glorifying purchases, consumption, buying things. Let me ask the girls a question. What is the difference between $100 and $100,000?
Well, $100,000 is less. $100,000 is a
More.
lot of money.
And $100 is less money, right?
Yeah.
What can you buy for $100? What's something you could buy?
You could probably buy, you see those pads that are there?
Those pads,
Yeah.
right? I could buy this for $100?
You could, yeah,
Okay.
you could.
Okay, let me bring one over. There's a point here that kids don't understand money at this age, so we shouldn't take advantage of that. This, Alexis, $100, this cost about 75 cents. What can we buy for $100,000?
Clothes.
What kind of clothes? Like what store?
Oh,
That is
Mine are
expensive. Like what store would you go to?
I would go to Old Navy, lots of stores. No, like
Navy?
Forever 21. TJ Maxx. Forever 21.
Okay.
Those are very inexpensive.
Look, okay,
by the way.
I wanted to ask them without any pretense because the point is made. There's a lot of videos that are like, first one to do this or last one to do this gets $10,000 or $100,000.
Yeah, there is a lot of ones.
And those are bad messages for kids because
Why?
you guys don't understand the difference between $100 and $10,000. You know that one of those is more and one is less, but you don't know that for $100,000, some people can buy a house.
Oh, and it's bad because people are giving up the money in a whole house.
Yes, girls, this is why it's bad because it promotes and tells kids that going out and buying stuff is a really good thing because there's no story there. It's not storytelling.
And also, some stuff are like crazy. Like, if you do this, I will give you more like money than $1,000. Some
Right.
people do that and they don't even get the money because they're like really hot. And sometimes they get the money still, but they get really hot.
Don't you think YouTube should be a platform where only the best videos do well, that are good stories and good
Yeah.
messages?
The biggest thing for me with the money things is like, why promote to anybody that you can get $10,000 for silly things? Like we're a family of 5 and you're like, hey, if you guys can sit here the longest, whoever sits here the longest is going to get $10,000. Like, why is that incentive for an 8-year-old?
Why does that video do well?
Of course, why does it do well, but also why is that something that's called incentive for a child?
Like letting kids, like random kids get you a credit card and they can buy whatever you want.
Right. A lot of videos will be like, I gave my kid a credit card to buy whatever they want or buy whatever they can carry. Or we'll do a video like, last to leave the square wins $100. Like, why is $100 not enough? Why does it have to be $10,000 or what? That's not a good message
Why
for kids.
can't-
Last to leave the square/circle wins what? What do we got? $100.
Shift to Walmart to buy a banana.
Part of all this is internally us trying to make the best videos for our family and us, and we want to do well on YouTube, girls. Like we want to make money, like we want to make videos that send the right message to our kids and other kids as well.
When we do our videos, like when you see like the thumbnails, they're not for real. We just like, Dad would call us upstairs to like pretend you're mad, pretend you're angry, just pretend.
Is there a difference between acting and it really happening?
Yeah.
I think what they're saying is that in our house we have a studio and the girls like acting, they want to be actresses. So part of making a YouTube video is providing entertainment, telling stories, being a good storyteller. That's what we do. If we do a thumbnail and I say, girls, pretend that you're angry or like throw this or whatever, that's just for the thumbnails.
They'll automatically like, no, that's not real because like the way you put it, there's no way you can get some of them, like there's no way you can get those kind of shots.
Or they'll know it's real because they'll watch the video and they'll say, oh, this is a fun video. This is very positive. Do you girls remember like a year ago we did the video in the other house when I was disrespecting your mom?
And Mama splashed water in you?
Right, but we were doing that as a prank. Girls, I'm
You
sick of
burned
it.
down
We're
the
trying
house.
to do a video. It's time to do a video. And your mom can't even remember what the video is about. Are you kidding me? It was a video thing that was going around other families were doing about, disrespecting, the mom. So I said, I'm gonna be funny and I'm gonna be disrespectful. The girls thought it was true. They thought we were fighting and they got really upset and really emotional during the video.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
We ended up doing that video about how we shouldn't do those types of videos. In your 7-year-old, 8-year-old mind, you didn't understand that it was just a joke. And that's the point of why some of these pranks are very dangerous for kids.
Now, they're like grown-ups, they understand, like they might still think it's real, but they won't be as mad. We were really like mad when you guys said it was a joke. You were really mad because we thought it was real.
Right, but that was a bad joke, wasn't it? Because you girls cried. They cried because when a mom and dad fight, it affects the kids and they thought they were really fighting. So that was one of the moments where we were like, we cannot do any more videos like this. And it started really affecting me when I saw other families doing it because I thought those kids must be really impacted as well. Like, how are they really feeling about their mom and dad making these types of videos? We just wanted to make this video to hopefully have YouTube see it, listen to some creators, and let the cream rise to the top. You know what that means, girls? That means the best videos rise to the top. The ones that have the best stories, those should be the ones that do the best on the platform, right?
YouTube's a person, right?
No, YouTube is a company. And there are people working there.
Yeah, there's a person named YouTube.
YouTube could be
YouTube Smith.
Always communicate with your mom or dad, both of us, if you feel that we're doing videos that you don't like. And I think that's the real message here, is that families talk to your kids, listen to your kids, and YouTube, do your best job to make the best videos rise to the top and not promote videos that talk about buying or consumption or kids crying and all that, because that's ultimately not how we want these kids to come up in the world.
This is how you should say it. Good, up, bad, down.
There you go. And that's it.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you do more videos. Subscribe and turn on the notification. Thank you for watching.